Hey, what is up everyone? This is DarkDevilGaming over here, bringing to you, getting awesome people all around the world, another DragonBall Legends video. And yes, today, the day in which we got ourselves a new banner in this beautiful DragonBall Legends game. I'm not going to be doing any summons on it, so this is mostly going to be for those that, you know, like mostly want to either a breakdown of the characters, the updates and stuff like that, other than necessarily summons, because free-to-play players gotta be careful with the way they spend their gems. So, free-to-play gang, let's get into this breakdown of the news and of the new characters. So today, the 29th of January 2020, we got ourselves a couple of updates to the game, a couple of resets to a couple of events as well. So we got ourselves a couple more dupes in the story. The story developed a little bit further. We got ourselves a couple more stages to do, or well, I mean like a whole bunch of stages to do for the Android 20 event or stories kind of like thingy. So we got the hard mode, pretty much the hard difficulty. In order to obtain that, like I don't know for how long you might have been playing the game, but like if you're kind of like new to the game, in order to actually get to the hard mode, you're going to, as usual or as per usual, clear the normal mode first, the last dupe of the normal mode. And yeah, it's just bringing, like, you know, a couple more stages, couple more gems, couple more things here and there. And apparently we get a new equipment as well. So depending on the team that you might be running, it might be really decent equipment, or I mean it might just kind of lack a little bit of on the third slot, in which you actually need to have a battle style melee type in order to get the buff. Most of the time we'll have at least one in the team, but still, I mean, just 10%. It might depend on who you equip this in. God damn, tongue, come on, help me out here. Of course, as well as the team that you're running, but it might actually be a really decent equipment depending on how much you get on the last slot. But if you get up to like the 10%, having at least 2 melee characters on the team will definitely boost it all the way up to 20%, and 20% is a hell of a great boost. I'll give you that, and that's pretty much all the same. That's for the other equipments, and they remain pretty much the same. So yeah, moving on, we got ourselves the Ultra Space Time Rush reset, so we're going to have at least another 2 multis, or depending on how many tickets you've you've had from the last time, you might even actually get up to 3 multis on that Ultra Space Time Rush banner. Well, more things on the shop, of course, since we got ourselves the new banner, and that's mostly what we're going to be talking about today. The Legends Rising Volume 11 is now on. And with that, we might even just close that tab right away. Whew. Bro, do I like how those two God, almighty gods look. So on this banner, we are going to be looking at what is going on with the Vegeta there, man. Come on, bro. There we go. So we're going to be looking at 2 new units. A transformable Super Saiyan Vegeta that transforms, of course, into the God Vegeta that we just seen, as well as another Godku. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Well, of course, well, I mean, it has like more better. That was about to make, as Zero says, but like it does have like really decent units. Like the first 4 are like really amazing. As for the bottom 3, the other 3 SPs, they're a little bit outdated. And as for the Vegeta and the Godku, I mean, with those 2 new ones coming out, they're just, you know, like, I mean, they weren't even used before anymore, but like now they're just not going to get any usage at all. As for the EXs, the most recent ones that we have are pretty much like Ginyu Force, we have Zangi here and whatnot. So like the EXs are just going to be pretty cool. It's a shame that we still don't get the Brawlerino in here, but well, then again, the EXs that you can get from here are like pretty cool. Mainly the Ginyu Force. Oh boy, are those funny to play with. Anyway, let's get into the characters breakdown. I'll be honest with you, I already took a look at them, and oh boy do they look amazing. I'm just mostly going to break down the characters itself, and not really going to be talking about like any sort of synergy with teams and whatnot. Because, to be completely transparent with you guys, I'm definitely not the most, goddamn, I'm missing the word. I'm all not that great at PvP, as you might have seen from like a couple of PvP videos that I already have in the channel. So I'm definitely not the best person to be talking about that, but we're going to get there. Anyway, getting into the Goku, a defensive unit. So, as you can see from the tags, it's going to be usable on the Saga from the movies as well as like the God Key team. I think you might be looking more like into the God Key team here, since like you don't really have any sort of like defensive unit, no purple defensive unit like this guy, and this guy's like a really good set from what I've been able to read. So these are pretty much his stats, like at around like 6 to 7 stars. And fully like soul boosted, I'm assuming. Like I'm not entirely sure if that's like only level 5000 or if it gets fully soul boosted, but if this is without soul boost, no, it is. Okay, that's max soul boost. I'd say it's pretty decent. Like for 6 stars, I'd say it's pretty decent. Like at 5 stars, like Charlotte gets like a whole lot more than this, but then again I'd say it's like pretty decent stats. Then again, like, don't take my word for it, okay? I'm really not the best PvP player, and I do like a little bit of practice on that. But then again, I can definitely read, and I can definitely understand how good the abilities are. So starting with the main ability, draw a special card next. Restore own health by 25%. And that's just like his main ability, okay? Cancel own attribute downgrades in abnormal conditions. Amazing. And cancels enemy attribute upgrades. Amazing as well. So definitely going to slow down your opponent in quite a bit. And requirement 15 timer counts must elapse. So drawing a special card, arts card, which is pretty much the Godbind over here, which pretty much just like the Janimba, yes, I say Janimba, god damn it guys, come on, how many videos has it been? And the Gogeta card, it immobilizes the enemy, restores ki by 50, and it only costs that much, 15. It's not like, for example, the that green Vegeta that has the immortality ability. It's not like that guy that like it costs 30, and like even though you get a strike buff and whatnot, like I mean it still costs like a shoot ton. As for the, like, restores 50 ki plus 30% to damage inflicted for 15 timer counts. It cannot be stacked, but like, I mean, come on. Inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade plus 30% to damage received. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but it's a 60% boost on damage just from this, right? Just from this. It does say that it cannot be stacked, so, but like just by this card, you're dealing like at least 60% more damage with plus 50 ki. So you can use this after a combo. Well, that would be kind of stupid because you would have like 0 cards, but like you get the deal. Like if anything, you'd use this after like getting in, you use a combo, main ability, get the rest of the damage out, then wait for a little bit, vanish, and just like try to get another combo going. If not, like just, but you get the drill, right? And you even like get blast armor when charging forward with this. So like, I don't know what they're attempting to do here, but this looks pretty cool. It looks pretty freaking cool if used correctly. So, getting over to the unique abilities. Omnipotent Godly Aura. Inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade. Plus 25% to all art costs for 5 timer counts when changing cover. This is like, I can relate this to the Kale, cover change. Well, I mean, she destroys cards, but like, just making a 25% plus cost just by changing cover, that's actually amazing. That can just like destroy a combo in like the mid of it. And the following effects occur when this character evades enemy attacks with a vanishing stab, plus 25% damage inflicted for 15 timer counts, plus 5 to own art costs for 10 timer counts. Or I mean not plus 5, minus 5, I'm stupid. So, like, if at any given moment you're able to do this, plus that, plus this, there's just way too much damage. Like, I'm even stuttering, dude. Like, there's so much damage that this guy can output. Even though it's a defensive unit, for a defensive unit to be able to get, like, all of those buffs, rolling, and just, like, be able to do, like, decent damage, just like any other, like, melee or range type unit, that it's not, like, well, defensive. That is just, like, fantastic in my opinion. And then struggle against the onslaught. Reduces damage received by 15% for 10 timer counts when this character enters the battlefield. While this character is on the battlefield, applies the following effects to self every time the enemy uses a strike or a blast arts card. Of course, like, well, most of the time we're just going to be wanting to like to be switching around and not really get hit. So this one is going to be a little bit more sketchy to actually get, unless you guess whenever your enemy is going to use, like, you know, a blast card and you attack with a blast card as well. And you're able to get like a perfect vanish and whatnot. So we're just going to be looking at like at you getting the damage received like by 15% for 10 timer counts, and no, actually I messed up there. So like whenever you're able to like, I don't know, either evade or just somewhat get around a combo of your enemy, but still like be able to maintain this guy in, it's going to be reducing the damage for 10 timer counts, plus another 25% damage inflicted for 20 timer counts per its strike or blast art. I'm not like seeing anything saying that it doesn't stack with anything else. So then again, if you could just get like a combo of this plus green card plus whatever else, dude, like it's just, there's just way too much going on. This guy can definitely put in some work if used correctly with all of those buffs. That's going to be really, really interesting to see. As for the cards, the art cards as well as the special ones and whatnot, we already took a look at the special one, but like as for the special move, deals a major impact damage. Inflict the enemy with attribute downgrade plus 10 to all arts costs for 10 timer counts. Keep in mind that there's this plus, where was it? Yeah, right here. Every time, like when changing cover, well, I mean, well, that's only for 5 timer counts, so that won't really stack up to a whole lot, but it's still pretty cool, man. Like, it's still plus 10 to all arts costs, so like, it's still going to definitely slow them down for a little bit. And Blast Impact inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade plus 2 to Blast Arts cost for 15 timer counts on hit. It doesn't say that it does not stack up, so I'm only assuming it does. So plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. When you look at it, it's like Hercules or Mr. Satan just used the almighty main ability of his. It's a trick. Okay, getting on with this, let's go over to the Super Saiyan Vegeta transformable unit. God damn, love Vegeta, man. Love Vegeta. Let's try to do the same to kind of like compare them like next to each other. 199 strike attack, 240. Well, this guy is like, of course, a an attacking unit, but goddamn, dude, 250. That's at 6 stars, of course, but at 2 stars, you're still going to be looking at that much. This guy's crazy, man. Goddamn, that blast attack. Oh my goodness, what a waste. Main ability, destroys all of your cards and randomly draws 4 new ones. Restores own key by 60. Requirements 5 timer counts must elapse. My dude, using this at the end of the combo, restoring ki by 60, and it's like the other god Vegeta, that you only need 5 timer counts to actually pop it. Pretty amazing. It's like the other SSB Vegeta as well. Like, that guy just can get like a combo going for so long due to the draw speed and whatnot, and just getting in and getting more strike cards. Like, it's just crazy. Like, why do they make Vegeta this awesome, dude? It's actually really amazing to be able to do that. It's like almost a green card from Wiz. Applies the following, this for unique ability: a godly valor. Valor? I'm so bad with English, dude. Applies the following effects to self every time when faced with an enemy. -5 to blast arts cost for 15 timer counts. It does not say that it cannot stack up, so imagine your enemy just going to, like, just for some reason, be switching it at least twice. You get a -10 to blast arts cost, which, like, gets it, like, all the way down to, what, 9 right away? And you're just like, dude, this guy does so much damage with blast cards. It's just... okay. Restores own Vanishing Gauge by 60% when this character evades an enemy attack with a Vanishing Step. Activates twice. So, even here, this like might not seem like a whole lot, but just getting it like, I mean, to 60% right away after vanishing, it's like as if you're using, I don't know, like, I'm just comparing everything, but like a green card from the, that Namek Goku, I can't remember the name of the planet, dude, but like the one that in which he learns like instant transmission. Yeah, that one. It's like using one of those green cards. It just like takes half of your Vanishing Gauge, so like it's not going to take a whole lot of time to actually get the rest back, and it's almost like you get 2 Vanishing Gauges sometimes. So that's actually pretty cool as well. Oh, and by the way, like the facing with an enemy does not only do that to the... I think I completely skipped that, and if I read it, goddamn, I forgot about it. -5 to bless arts cost for 15 timer counts, and increase arts card draw speed by 1 level for 10 timer counts. Then again, it doesn't say that it doesn't stack up. I'm only assuming that you can mostly only get one of those, but even this is actually pretty amazing, dude. Imagining having like, I don't know, like a 14 or a 9 cost for like blast cards. This guy deals a whole lot of damage, plus this. Just drawing cards so fast, dude. Like, you can get like infinite combo plus this. God damn, dude. This guy's crazy. This guy's like, I don't know, on paper he's just like looking insane. Randomly destroys 1 enemy card and reduces their ki by 20 when this character enters the battlefield. Again, the reduce on ki, dude, that's annoying as freak. That is really amazing. Plus, there we go, once again, Metal Core ability. Destroying 1 enemy card at random. That can actually be pretty cool. You can all, even like at times destroy like ultimate abilities and stuff like that, if that, you know, like works when enemies just like, you know, get main abilities and then go for 1 extra strike card just so they make sure the ultimate ability hits. Imagine you get into the field and there's only like the ultimate ability as the card. Well, you can destroy that and they won't do shoot about it. Reducing the ki is actually pretty cool as well. 15% to damage inflicted for 15 timer counts every time strike or blast card is drawn, just like Sashima. No, it's not Sashima, dude. Is that his name? Now I gotta go check it, man. Now I gotta go check it out. This video must already have like a bajillion of minutes. Nobody's going to be watching this for this long. I'm just like talking to myself as of right now. Shisami! God damn it, man. I gotta watch more Dragon Ball. I gotta watch more Dragon Ball. This is the Vegeta, right? Yeah. But like for Hishami, it only works for strike cards. As for this guy, apparently it works for both. So like, this is just crazy, man. I don't know. I gotta see this guy like on the field and just try to figure out like how amazing it is actually going to be other than on paper. Deals major damage or impact damage plus 20% to special move damage inflicted for 10 timer counts. Upon activation, randomly draws 1 new card on hit. That's pretty cool as well. Imagine like the special move is like the last card you're going to use. At least you're still going to have an extra one. And unlock key rapid blast form plus 15% to blast damage inflicted for 30 timer counts. changes own strike cards to blast cards. 15 cost for this. Imagine you are at a point in which like your enemy switch twice, or even just once. You have this, and then you have that. Yep, this guy is going to be like one comboing people like pretty freaking easily. I want this Vegeta right now. I said at the beginning that I was most likely not going to spend any gems on this video. You know what? I take back what I said. I want this guy right now. I want this Vegeta, dude. I want this Vegeta right now. Wait a second. I completely messed up with that. I was already on the God Vegeta. We didn't really take a look at the base one. But I guess it's pretty much the same thing. It just goes a little bit down on the counters. Transforming into Super Saiyan God restores zone health by 20%, nullifies on abnormal conditions for 30 timer counts. Requirement 20 timer counts must elapse, and then it just stays transformed for like the rest of the match. It's not like a time-based transformation, so I completely skipped that, and for that I'm sorry. But restoring own health, nullifying on abnormal conditions for 30 timer counts, amazing. And then you get like the rest that we just like pretty much got done with reading. Everything else seems to be like the same, but with the difference in which like in some aspects it just like has like fewer timer counts to it. So goddamn. Goddamn. And I still had like this other tab here, just like having a look at all of the God Key characters that we have at the moment. Apparently it was pretty funny what they did. So we only had like a blue and a purple God Key unit, like the OG ones per se, if you want to put it that way. And they were both like defensive and attacking unit respectively, and they did exactly the opposite this time around. So they released a blue attacking unit and a purple defensive unit, which is going to be amazing in terms of like however you might want to be running your team. That is going to be amazing. I just remembered like of one thing as well. We didn't really take a look at the Z ability for each one of those. So as for the Goku, we're going to be looking at a Z ability that boosts blast defense. When he gets to 6 stars, it's going to be boosting both defenses. And as for the Vegeta ear, exactly the same thing, but apparently it boosts Vegeta family. What the hell, dude? 22%, 28% Vegeta family right away. That's crazy, man. At like 3 stars, that is dope. And then we get still only Vegeta family, but it's going to be boosting blast attack, eye defense, 35%. I don't get why only the Vegeta family. It's not really going to be boosting anybody else unless you're going to be running a God Key team with only Vegetas. Which, I mean, it's a possibility now that I look at it. It's definitely a possibility now. Definitely a possibility. We have LF Vegeta, we have like a defensive Vegeta attack. Like, I don't know, it's definitely a possibility as of right now. But anyway, guys, I'm not going to be like dragging this for any longer. I'm pretty sure like this video has like already been like way too freaking long when compared to like what I actually wanted to do at the beginning. Is it worth it? It does seem that like they are pretty amazing units, but just keep in mind one thing. The anniversary is right around the corner. So mostly if you're free to play, save your gems. Those characters, if they happen not to be on that banner, they're just going to be on a couple of other banners in the future, so there's going to be more chances for you to get them. Then again, anniversary right around the corner, we might get something even more awesome in there, so keep that in mind. Anyway, that is going to be pretty much it for me for the day, guys. I really do appreciate you stopping by, watching the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it and I was helpful in any sort of way. And yeah, as always, not going to be asking you for anything else other than just like have a rest of an awesome day. Stay awesome, stay safe, stay scrubbity, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace!